Hi, I just wanted to pop on and see what I had to say today. I'm going to breathe and then we'll get into it. There is nothing you have to do. Nothing. It's all a choice. Nothing we do is forced upon us. And if it is, it's only proof that we don't have to do it more. We wake up every day and we have tasks to complete. We have things we have to do to get through the day. But if we spend our day avoiding those tasks, the day still goes by. And time still passes. And whether you get things done or not, you still make it through the day. I think it's important that we take time to just not do anything. We spend a lot of our time with busy tasks. We have laundry, we have dishes, we have getting kids ready for school, we have packing lunches, we have going to work, we have everything. We have lots of things on our plate. But we don't necessarily have to do them all. We make the choice that all of those things need to get done. And when you make that choice, you're piling your plate high. And yes, it's necessary sometimes. It's necessary to push through and get things done. But it's okay to not get it done. It's okay if you don't complete the task. Nothing bad is going to happen if you don't complete the task. Yes, the task will stay there, and it will remain until you do it. But life still moves, even when the task sits. I've had to teach myself that the task can sit. I was someone who would clean the house top to bottom every single day. And it was exhausting. And in my mind, I had to do it. I had to. Because if I didn't, I had this internal feeling that I was doing something wrong. When in reality, all I was doing was causing myself a lot of stress. I've had to teach myself that it's okay to let things sit. It's okay to not do the dishes right away. It's okay to let the laundry pile up. It's okay. Nothing bad is going to happen. And that is always a feeling that I get, is that I'm going to be in trouble. It's a weird feeling that I have a hard time explaining, but I just feel like a child who is afraid of what their parent is going to do or say because they didn't do something. And that is my struggle. And I'm sure that a lot of you struggle with things that are similar. It's that feeling of being in trouble, or that feeling of letting someone down, that forces you to do those tasks when you don't want to. And I have been in that place many times where I push through a task because I feel like if I don't, something bad is going to happen. And it's simply not. If I don't do my laundry today, maybe I don't have clothes to wear tomorrow. But can I still do the laundry tomorrow? Of course I can. It will still be there. If I don't do the dishes right now, and suddenly it's time to cook dinner, and I don't have a pan, what's the big deal? It's fine. Wash the pan you need and let the dishes sit. There are ways around the tasks that feel overwhelming. And just because you don't do it now doesn't mean you're not going to do it at all. We look at tasks sometimes as an all or nothing. And tasks aren't all or nothing. You can complete a task doing it in small steps. I can go to the kitchen and wash 3 dishes and walk away. I still did the task. I still washed some dishes. And yeah, I didn't complete it, but nothing bad happened. And I can come back later and wash 3 more dishes. And when I come back and wash those 3 more dishes, maybe I have a little more energy and I get through 10 dishes. Breaking down the task doesn't make it less. It doesn't make it less done. And I think a lot of us need to slow down and break things down into smaller parts. Because in truth, there are a lot of things in a day that need to get done. And though we don't necessarily have to do it, we want to. Because life moves more smoothly when your laundry is done, when your dishes are done, when your home is clean, when you have clothes to wear. Life runs smoother. And we all want to live a life that is running like a well-oiled machine. We want to be able to, we want to be able to walk through life with ease. And if breaking tasks down into multiple steps helps to bring some of that ease, why wouldn't you do it? Excuse my stuffy nose. I have some allergies this morning. But yeah, nothing has to be done if you don't want to do it. It doesn't. Yes, there are consequences sometimes to the things that we don't do. But if you can look at the task and see that it will still be there later for you to do at another time, it's okay not to do it right now. And it's okay to do it part way. It's okay. It is. I think we spend a lot of time worrying if we're doing the right thing or if we're living correctly. And there's no right way to do it. There isn't. There's no right way. There's no wrong way. Life just is. And you have to embrace the life that you live and embrace the spoons that you're given. Because I don't know if anybody is familiar with spoon theory. Everybody has a certain amount of spoons in a day to use. And when you've used up all your spoons, you've used up all your energy, you're tired, you're done. And some of us have a lot of spoons. Some of us only have a few. And you need to dictate which job you use your spoon on. If you have 100 spoons, so you have lots of energy and lots of vitality and ready to go and do things, and you are a doer, then you have spoons to give. You can do this task and do this task and complete this task and complete that task easily because you have the spoons. But if you're someone like me who only has 4 or 5 spoons to give in a day, or even less, you have to dictate which tasks you use those spoons on. And if today you don't have a spoon to do laundry, don't. You can't pull a spoon out of your ass. You can't. If you don't have the energy, you don't have the energy. And if you push through that task on low energy, all you're doing is draining yourself more. And when you're draining yourself, you're not helping yourself. It helps no one to force yourself into something you don't have energy for. And yes, there are times when we have to. But think about how it leaves you feeling. You feel drained. You feel resentful sometimes. You can just feel angry or frustrated. All because you did a task that you didn't have a spoon for. And life isn't worth burnout. It's not. Burning out makes life hard. And when we burn out, we get even less done. The tasks that were already tremendous and hard for us to complete become even more difficult. They get louder and they start to talk to us and yell at us. And suddenly you become overwhelmed because instead of having a couple of tasks to do, you have an entire to-do list and no spoons. And you kind of create that in your own mind. Because if you have a list of tasks to do and you only have the energy to complete a couple of them, but you don't pick the important ones, you're not helping yourself. If I have a list of laundry, doctor's appointment, gardening, I'm gonna pick the things that I either can't avoid or the things that fulfill me. So I might skip laundry that day because I have to go to the doctor's. And yes, I skipped laundry, but I'm still going to garden. And I'm going to garden because that is a task that offers me a spoon. It does not take one away. And we need to find more tasks that offer us spoons. Things that fulfill us. It can be drawing, it can be writing, it can be meditating, yoga, it can be anything. Anything that fulfills you, anything that lifts you up and offers you another spoon. Something that recharges you. Because if you can do a task that recharges you, you might have energy for a task that drains you. And that can be the hard thing, is balancing. Everything in this life is about balance. Everything. And balancing daily tasks is one of my most difficult mountains to climb. Because I have to find the balance where I can get things done, but I need to feel fulfilled, not drained. And I think that is what makes tasks difficult, is that when they drain you and they're not fulfilling, you automatically don't want to do them. You automatically don't want to do something that is going to take your energy away. And tasks like dishes and laundry take your energy away because they're not fulfilling. There is no end. There is no task completed, it's over, because there's always more dishes and there's always more laundry. And when you clean the bathroom, you're going to have to clean it again. And these tasks aren't fulfilling. So we need to balance them with things that are fulfilling. If you do one task that you hate, do one task that you enjoy. Find your balance. Give a spoon away, pick another up. Because when you can recharge yourself with a task that brings you joy, you re-spark the energy within your being. And re-sparking the energy within your being will ignite you. It will offer you energy to complete things you wouldn't necessarily have done or wouldn't necessarily have completed. I find my greatest struggle, and I've talked about it on here many times, is dishes. My greatest task struggle is doing the dishes. It's unfulfilling, it's disgusting, and it's all around just something I don't want to do. But I have to. There's that have to. I feel that I have to. I know that doing the dishes would bring more ease to my life because I would have clean plates and clean pans and clean cups, and my kitchen would be clean. I know these things. But it still takes a spoon from me when I do the dishes. Just because I know the task is good doesn't make it any easier. And it's still going to take a spoon from me. No matter how I try to look at it, it will still take a spoon from me. Because I just don't enjoy it. And that's okay. It's okay to use your spoons. We have to. We have to use our spoons. There's no way around that. But there are ways to make it easier to use them. And that's another thing too, is I've talked about how doing dishes multiple times a day doesn't work for me. I'd rather let them stack up and do the dishes one time. And that's because each time that I do the dishes, it takes a spoon. So if I can stand there and wash 20 dishes all at once, it's taken 1 spoon away from me to complete that task. But if I wash 5 dishes, that took a spoon. And then I come back later and wash 5 more, there goes another spoon. So I can break down my task. I can make it smaller. But I personally choose not to. Because I know that that takes more spoons away from me. It takes more energy. And it takes more time that I'm not willing to give away. And I think that might be the big thing. Is that the tasks like dishes and laundry take your time. And our time is precious. Our moments are precious. We only get so long here. And to fill your days with tasks that you dislike, why would you do that? You wouldn't. You would spend your day doing things you want to do. So in truth, there is really nothing you have to do. You just choose to believe that the tasks you get done on a daily basis are what you need to be doing. And they're not necessarily. What you need to be doing is focusing on what lifts you up. Focusing on what offers you spoons. Focus on what brings you joy. Because the things that bring you joy are the things that are going to charge you. And they're going to give you the energy to do the other tasks that you don't really want to do. Excuse me. Spoon theory is something that actually took me quite a while to understand. I'm not sure why, but it makes a lot of sense that, I mean, they don't even have to be spoons. They could be whatever you want them to be. They could be coins that you have to spend in a day. And honestly, that kind of works better for me. If I have coins to spend in a day, I'm not going to waste my money on things that I dislike. And I'm going to do the thing that I want to spend my money on first, rather than the thing that I'm supposed to spend my money on. So if you're sitting home and those dishes are yelling at you, or that laundry is yelling at you, ignore it. What's going to charge you right now? What's going to fulfill you? What is going to offer you a spoon? Because only you know what is going to offer you a spoon. And you have to choose to do the task that offers you that spoon over the task that takes one from you. And it doesn't necessarily have to be anything big either. I feel recharged just doing this, talking to my camera, because it allows me to gather my thoughts. It allows me to make sense of things. And I enjoy speaking. So this recharges me. And whatever it is that recharges you, do it. Do more of it. Because we all want to be recharged. We all want to have energy. We all want to be able to get through the day feeling successful and feeling empowered and like we've done something. It sucks to go through a day just sitting around thinking about the things that you could be doing because you're stuck. And I get in this stuck freeze mode very often. I will find myself sitting on the couch scrolling my phone because I can't get myself to get up and do the thing that I want to do. And a lot of that comes from overwhelm. Overwhelm because I've created the task into something bigger than it is. And when you feel overwhelmed, the last thing you want to do is go start that task. Even if your brain is screaming at you to get up and go do the task, the last thing you want to do is get up and do it. Hell, you can even want to do it and still not be able to. Because it's all about those spoons. And if you know it's going to take a spoon from you, you're not going to do it. My favorite thing to do lately to recharge myself is to color. I've been coloring with alcohol markers, and I just print pictures offline because I'm actually very picky about my coloring pages. But coloring for me is something I can sit down and do mindlessly, but it also has structure. It can have rhyme and reason and pattern to it, and it occupies my brain. It allows my brain to flow and excuse me. It allows me to make choices without them having to be big, impactful things. I choose the colors. I choose the patterns. I choose whether I color neatly or sloppily. I choose whether I color with one shade or if I spend time shading with millions of colors. It's all up to me. And that's fulfilling. And that offers me a spoon. And when I spend time coloring, it is like a reset. If I've been spending my day cleaning and picking up after my child and just doing all the tasks that a mom does, I find myself drained, as anyone would. It's exhausting. It's tiring to do so many things in a day. But if I can sit down and take that break to color, I have broken the monotony. I have broken the frustration. I've broken the draining cycle. And I've sat down to do something that charges me rather than drains me. Do you see? So find something that brings you that charge. Something that brings you that... Sorry. Something that brings you that joy. Because it will offer you a spoon. And once you have that spoon, you get to choose where you spend it next. It's all your choice. Everything. Everything is your choice. You can choose to do or not do anything you want. It's all up to you. It is. This is your life. You're creating it. You're driving your bus. It's yours. Make it what you want it to be. Do the things you want to do. Because at the end of your life, you're not going to wish that you'd done more dishes. You're not going to wish that you'd gotten that last load of laundry done. You're going to wish that you'd done more things that offered you spoons. You're going to wish you did the things like going for a walk. You're going to wish that you explored nature with your child. You're going to wish that you sat down and created something with your hands. Not that the household tasks got done. And that's something we need to remember. Because as life goes on and our days go by, sometimes we forget why we're here. We get caught up in the routine of it all. Wake up, do the tasks, go to work, come home, do more tasks, go to bed. We get stuck in that cycle. And that's not where we want to live. Yes, it's necessary sometimes. We have to make money. We have to pay bills. We have to clean up after ourselves. We have to live in environments that we can function in. And it all takes work. But remember to put your work into something that's going to fulfill you. Because if you don't, you wind up with no spoons at the end of the day and you're just burnt out. And sometimes that can lead to waking up the next day with negative spoons. And once your spoons are negative, it's hard to regain them. And if that spoon analogy doesn't make sense, it's more like once you burn out and you reach that point where you have exerted yourself to the max, it's harder to get back to that balance than it would have been just to find your balance in the beginning. Find your balance. Balance your have tos with want tos. And make sure that your want tos are things that charge you so that you have the energy to do the have tos. Have tos. Because we don't necessarily have to do these things. We don't. The only things that we have to do are things that survival depends on. We have to eat. We have to drink. We have to bathe. As much as some of us hate it. Not really, it's just hard. But that's another thing that can take spoons from you is things like showering, things like brushing your teeth. It's strange that self-care can take a spoon away, but it can. Because if you're someone like me who struggles with those things, who struggles with being able to start a task, transitioning into a task, and then also breaking that task down into multiple processes before you even do it, it just makes the task harder to do. And I forgot where I was going with this. Anyways, those tasks, because they're hard to do, they take a spoon away. And it's kind of a weird thing for me, and maybe for some of you too, is the transition of getting into a shower takes a spoon away from me. Having a shower offers me a spoon. And then the task of getting out and getting dressed takes that spoon back away. So I have balance within my shower routine where it takes away and it gives back. But when I end my routine, I end it on a spoon being taken away. The task of getting dressed. Because it's a task that's difficult. It's a task that's not comfortable. It's a task that adds stress to my life because I have a hard time with choosing clothes. So because I know that my shower routine is going to take a spoon away, offer one back, and then take it away again, I know that I will have lost a spoon when I shower. And because I know that, I need to do something after the shower that offers me a spoon. So, for me, that might just be putting lotion on. That offers me a spoon. Because it feels nice to put the lotion on. It is calming. It's just an act where you're present and you're doing something for yourself. You're offering care to yourself. So it offers you a spoon. And just in doing something like putting lotion on, I've offered myself a spoon. And I might, now that I've gotten through my shower, I might have energy to do another have to task. But if I don't, the world's not going to end if I do a want to task. And that want to task could be taking a nap. It doesn't have to be doing anything. I don't know. This video is getting a little long. I had more to say than I thought. But just remember to balance your spoons. Balance your day. You can't get through the day doing only have to tasks. You need to fill it up with want tos. Thanks for watching.